wouldn't have done anything. He just would have had to rebuild them at some point. So production goes 4 more drones, and he's just upgrading really hardcore. Group spines coming down. He's got the armor, and he's going for a bangling nest, and I've got to applaud this, because he's seeing what I'm doing. He knows that, hey, there's not going to be any mutas, or at least there's no mutas out on the field right now, or they'd be flying into my base harassing me. But I'm going to get some banglings out on the field, and banglings will just absolutely tear this apart. You have 2 light units. You know, it takes 3 banglings right here to kill these guys, 1 bangling to just wipe out an entire mess worth of zerglings. So if he can get enough banglings out on the field, it would be very easy for him just to steamroll right over my army, and at that point, I'll be like, WTF. But just going back here, 45 to 29 harvesters, this base is basically mined out. What he's going to do right now is he's got to push out, he's got to do something. Here goes my drone over here, going to secure a high yield, because I know I've got the map control, and I need to do something. So there goes his hatchery. He's got to get that up and running. When he does, he's going to be able to migrate a good number of drones over there. Drone up, push out a lot more. If we see, you know, both of us being pretty good, you know, about spending our money, spending it effectively well. I'm not actually. I'm sitting on a lot of money. I could be pumping out a lot of Zerglings with that. I'm actually supply capped right now, and I'm building a crap ton of Overlords, but right here, there go just a few banglings, and just look at this. All of my lings right there just melted, and this is actually pretty scary right here. Now that my lings are gone, my Hydras have no shield whatsoever. Just look at them get cleaned up right there. This is absolutely ridiculous. When that happened, I just about crapped my pants, because I'm like, oh my god, he could push out, and there's only a tiny little amount of lings right here, and he could actually win this game, but he decides to hold off, put up some spines, and secure his natural. And he's just got to be ecstatic right now, because that worked out beautifully. 4 or 5 banglings completely altered the course of that battle right there. So looking at this, the only saving grace that I have is that I'm running a fully operational expansion right here. I've got my gold, which he probably sees, you know. Nope, he doesn't quite see it, but he'll see it as soon as I put drones on it. So, really not that big of a deal. I could be doing a way better job at spreading creep, but creep spread is not quite as essential in ZvZ as it is in all the other matchups. Just for the sole sake that he gains that speed benefit from your creep. You gain the sight, but you put that creep out, he just gets to use it. He gets to abuse it just like you do. So right now, I'm jumping into a Spire transition. I probably could have thrown down a Roach Warren just because, we check this out, he's going to be making more banglings because he just saw how well that small little amount of those banglings worked, and it wouldn't surprise me if he even more of those. He's got the centrifugal hooks, and that's just a good thing to have. And we check this out, he's got level 2 armor coming down, he's got 1 attack. As far as for me, I really don't believe in upgrades. I'm just kidding, but right there, just look at those banglings go to town. All of my Zerglings just gone. I'm glad those didn't run full force into the Hydras. That could have been a lot worse. And he's just enjoying a nice little comfortable position right here. He's got this wall covered, and he's got his expansion going. We check out the income. He's actually building a decent number of drones to be going on that expansion. And just look at the tech that he's throwing out. He's got an auxiliary hatch right here, infestation pit. We got upgrades. Just a crazy game, you know, a lot of tech being brought out. Although I don't think either of us are going to jump to hives, so now that I've got my Spire up and running, which is kind of awesome, Spires are just inherently cool, I'm going to be bringing out some mutas onto the field here, because I know that he's got, you know, banglings and roaches, and not too many hydras out on the field. Geez, that's the last composition that I saw him have anyway, so I know that my Mutalisks will definitely do good, and he's doing a way better job at spending his money effectively in comparison to what I am. And I'm not even supply capped right now. I think I just might be larva capped out. But the build I'm going for definitely demands more gas than it does as far as minerals go. And here, I'm just trying to burn this excess mineral that I have. You know, I've got a few drones going on the high yield. I transferred some over here, and I'm going to be doing an even bigger transfer because that patch is empty right now. But if we go over to the army tab right here, my army is starting to far exceed of his. Just the fact that I was able to get on that base, able to macro up, is really going to pull ahead. But this infester can really do a lot of damage. Like, if he hits my lings, that's enough to kill him. A fungal growth is enough to drop all of those lings. That will do 36 damage. It's just enough. It's almost like it was designed to kill them. But there goes my bangling nest. And I'm actually going to be dropping a lot of banglings, and I missed it, but I actually sniped his expansion going down here over at the high yield, and I'm sure he's none too happy about that. But This group is still just moving out, chilling over here, and I didn't even know that he put this up, which is just awesome. I applaud him for doing that because he needed to get that done. He needed to be going off of more than just one base, so there's absolutely no way he would have been able to match me. But my army just going skyrocketing up, 162 food, over 88 food right now. If I would have known this, I could have pushed out because I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna build everything, and I decided to kill that little guy, the Zerg. One of these Zerglings he was out for blood. He needed to do something with his life. And there we go. There goes my banglings. I've got a big, massive, scary force right here. And this is pretty much just right here. Run them in. Steamroll that little defensive force over. Sorry, guys. This is Whiskey Outpost all over again. But just check out those fungal growths. Look at the fungal growths right there. My banglings cleaning that up. But all these Zerglings, you know, they didn't die. That's... Oh, regeneration. They had... The Zerg regeneration keeps them from dying, but they're down at 1 health. I mean, at that point, they're fragile. They're basically worthless, but he GG's out of this. And the key important factor to me winning in this game was the fact that I was able to control that expansion and get that expansion on my own, because very good player, I have to say that. Just the play that he did was very good game sense, and bringing out the banglings, just how incredibly effective they were at just steamrolling my first army. But I was able to get out, get on the high expansion, get my, normal expansion over here pretty close, about 50-60% mined out, and just keeping him from expanding, even if it wasn't engaging the bulk of his army the entire time. It was really the deciding factor. Kind of a cool back and forth game where there's points where we both could have pushed and won, but that's StarCraft for you. Sometimes you just do not know what's going to go on as far as the game goes. So, everybody, thank you very much for watching. This is Malikicowtipper signing out.